When you got that flow.
God said you still owe him sound.
Crazy.
God said you owe him sound. Power of elevation.
We on? We got sound? Sound good. What's going on, whole ass world?
Yeah.
Greatest podcast in the history of podcasts.
Better believe it.
First podcast to be on the radio and podcast at the same time.
Yeah.
We got it out the mud.
Yeah, buddy.
We got it out the mizud, man. I'm telling you, man, if we could do it, you could do it.
Damn sure.
You know what I'm saying? If Dewan could fit in a Honda, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Dewan drive a Honda. I know you thought it would be a dually, but no, it's not.
It's bigger than that Ford Fiesta. Fiesta. He got Kraig's car shit like a Junior Timberland.
That's funny.
I at least got the touring version of the Accord. At least got the touring one. We good. We good.
Accord. We like how you upgraded that Civic to an Accord.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Accord touring. Yeah. I love it.
Hell yeah, man.
It's clean though. It's clean.
It's a hybrid. Cheap gas.
Dewan always clean.
That's a whistle.
Dewan always. Somebody just text me no sound. Oh no, we got sound.
Yeah, that person got the. They back at the beginning of the video.
The one plus Honda's the one though.
Man, what did I want to ask, man? Something very important I wanted to ask.
Very important.
It's extremely important. I mean, this is next level importance, you know what I'm saying?
Of the utmost importance.
Yeah, salute to y'all, man.
Yep.
So they can't hear us. Okay, cool. 1 second.
I don't have on a hair hat.
What made you go with the Honda?
Reliability. Because like when I was back in the 2000s, I had an Audi A4 and an Audi A6. I had both of them hoes brand new, and the repairs, the minute those cars got to 50,000 miles, it was a wrap. And I drive probably about 30,000 miles a year.
Which cars?
I'm not going
The
to have
A6.
any. I'm not going to have
The
any Audi
86 what?
slander.
Yeah, no, I had two of them brand new.
My bottom line.
Man, but look, my transmission control modulator went out at 52,000 miles. That car was $69,000.
What kind of car?
Audi A6.
Oh yeah, the Audis. Yeah.
Yeah, but so then I got a Tahoe after that. Reliable. But that gas was a bitch.
But Tahoe's reliable?
Huh?
Tahoe was reliable.
Tahoe was hella reliable. Yeah. I had no issues with the Tahoe, but the gas.
It's a goddamn Chevy. They cheap as a motherfucker. Parts are plentiful there around, you know, your local Toys R Us giveaways. And
But the Honda ain't never been to the shop.
hell yeah.
Y'all familiar with Cicero?
Cicero.
He had a parable called the Sword of Damocles. You heard about this?
No.
I think the cowardly lion mentioned it in the movie.
Is that like the sword of truth or what?
In the Wiz.
So it's real similar, right? So so basically this parable involves a court flatterer. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's where the term flattery comes from. A court flatterer, somebody that would be in the palace, and their job was to compliment the king and his wife through flattery and say just swell shit to them to make them feel good about themselves.
That's like the joy greeters at church.
Right. Just hey, Blaze, you're a hell of a motherfucker, man. I mean, you already know it's shit, bangs hanging, glasses, you know. I mean, shit, my nigga. There ain't no other kingdom in the world can fuck with your kingdom, nigga. Court flatter, you know what I mean? Get you really spry and make you how you turning red and feeling good about yourself. Court flatterer. So in this parable, the court flatterer, the king wasn't having a good day.
Okay.
He was in his quarters. Court flatterer was, you know, doing what they do. Hey, man, you a hell of a nigga, man. Today, you know, come on, king. So the king was like, I'm a hell of a motherfucker, huh? I'm a hell of a motherfucker, right? He said, this is what we gonna do. You gonna sit in my seat, and I'm gonna sit in yours.
Oh, wow.
So the king sat there. He sat in the king's chair. He's getting fed, bitches, all that. He's chilling all day. He's been nigga. Yeah, nigga. Okay. So he chilling. He get comfortable. He look up, and there's a sword hanging over the throne, and it's the sharpest sword he'd ever seen in his life. So now I'm the king, but I'm sitting under a motherfucking sword.
Right.
Now in the parable, the nigga can't enjoy himself.
Right.
Cause it's death looming over him. He like, goddamn, it's bitches, it's money, it's food, but
Can't enjoy it.
So many people want to cut my head off.
Some of you niggas think you ready for what we doing, but you're not, my nigga.
Yeah.
You just a court flatterer, nigga. Just keep complimenting nigga and telling me you fuck with me, you like me, but don't believe you could do what we do.
Yeah. Are you listening to this, Todd?
I'm out there. I'm out there, coach. You know what I'm saying?
So
I'm ready.
this is what I was thinking when you asked me to try my glasses on. I'm like,
Yes, you
Trying
try
to
your
do it.
glasses on.
You trying to glasses on?
I don't know
The
how to-
motorcycle shield? What is he doing?
I didn't know how to explain it to him, but
Was
Craig
it
helped me
before or
out.
after the date?
I did not want to go back in time. I'm not putting them up.
Some of you niggas got 2 bills hanging over your head and you still trying to get into the studio and you're 50.
Damn.
Just be a flatterer, nigga. You ain't built for this king shit, my nigga.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? You got 1 bitch hanging over your head. You can't keep her in pocket.
Man.
Just be a flatterer, nigga. You ain't ready for this multiple king. You know, you ain't ready for it, man. You're too emotional. Go ahead.
What's that term again?
Court flatterer.
What was the other word you used?
Shit.
Bifocals?
You said there was something.
Blaze, you got
part
your
of the
script-
parable. What was the
The sword of Damocles.
Charge your battery.
Demarcus?
Don't your shades
Nigga.
transcribe the conversation, Blaze? Let's go back.
Cicero. This is not Chicago.
He got a mustache, so I'm gonna listen to it today.
Party City.
Yeah, man. I had no idea that was a thing, a court flatterer, man.
Flatter.
Crazy.
You know, how do you know that that's your plight in life is to be a flatterer as opposed to be the king? How can you, like, how do niggas know, which one they are?
Desire. You know what I mean? Some people see the king as something that is cool, but they don't necessarily want to be that, but they want to have proximity to it. They don't feel adequate enough to get to that point. And it's like on the Matrix. If you don't believe you Neo, then you're not.
Right.
So people
But how
that
do you
don't
know
believe
though?
it. Huh?
How do you know when you're the flatterer? Are you really? Because a lot of motherfuckers want to be there. A lot of motherfuckers think that's where they belong.
That's true. That's true.
So that's the question. How do you know? You know what I'm saying? Whether you should sit down or stand up. How do you know whether you
when you
move
get there,
forward?
though. You know when you get there. When you try, when you attempt.
Some motherfuckers ain't gonna never get there.
If you always follow
I mean
nobody
just
following you.
attempt to get there.
Like if you are the person that's around, 'cause we see it all the time. You got the people think proximity to power is power.
Yeah.
I know you just next to the nigga with power. Yeah. So if you always want next to somebody, but you don't have no pull yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, like no one really fucks with you like that. You know what I mean? Unless you're around some other people like that, then you may have it, but you got some inner searching to do.
You can't be no king if you concerned about everybody fucking with you.
Yeah.
A lot of times people see people united around a cause and they place more importance on who they perceive to be the motherfucker. But in reality, when you're part of something bigger than yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing is the forward motion of whatever the common thought is.
Right.
Real king is not a selfish motherfucker.
At all.
Just the fact that he let the nigga sit on the throne so he could see, you know what I'm saying, lets me know that was a good king.
Right.
Because you could tell a motherfucker all day what it is, but they're not going to believe you.
You just hate.
Yeah, you just hating, or you don't want me to shine, or it's like, nah, nigga, are you willing to sacrifice your marriage?
And if you
Are you willing to sacrifice like not being around family?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you really willing to sacrifice to be that nigga you think you are in your head? Most niggas ain't willing.
You're right, and if you're not, there's nothing to be ashamed of because 80% aren't. I mean, you need everybody for the shit to work.
Right.
Everybody can't be independent.
Exactly.
The person that's independent need that person that wants to go home to their family every night to have some level of support, and they have to. So like there are no roles that are greater than the other.
Right.
If people know who they are, you just play your, like The Rock said, know your damn role and shut your mouth. Just if you know your role, you should be good. But don't. The funny part is when you try to be something that you ain't. That's where the comedy is. Like, chill.
Blurry.
Yeah.
My camera's blurry.
Blurry?
Yeah, mine is.
All those flat top dust.
Really?
But I think it's a lot of court haters too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I think like court flatterers, you probably got to believe in the king. You got to believe that person is good. You got to believe that person is that to try to show the love. You know what I mean? And try to build that person up. But it's a lot of motherfuckers that see it and they just like, I'm not fucking with them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of motherfuckers be like, I could do it better. You know what I mean? Even without the work. You feel what I'm saying? So I think like to be a court flatterer, you got to be, I mean, I don't know. Like, you got to be like some kind of admiration there. You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, haters could admire too. But I think it's a lot of court haters in this world too, man.
You know the problem is?
What's that?
The people that's the court flatterers in your face most of the times are the biggest haters.
Facts.
Right.
That's usually kind of how it happens. You know, you see it happen all the time with people. You know what I mean? Person that's closest up in their camp. You know what I mean? That's you this, you that. That'd be the main one. Taking money out the back door and doing all kind of weird shit.
Right.
Does the hate matter though? Even if you're receiving all these positive affirmations daily, if it'll get you killed, it does matter.
I don't think.
So I don't think a court flatterer it was meant to be the obvious. I think it was meant. Whoever came up with this occupation was really smart. Yeah. I think it was really meant to keep him on his toes. Yeah, it's not meant for him to feel good. It's meant for him to
positive affirmations.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's more war mentality. Like it may look nigga stay ready. Yeah.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Like they do boxers. When they tell boxers, you the champ. Nobody can beat you. This and this and that. You know what I mean? It's like a mental state. You know what I mean? They hear it all the way through training. They hear it all the way while they running. They hear it in the fight. So when you get in the ring, you really believe that shit. Nobody's going to fuck with me. Nobody's going to beat me.
But that's what
maybe that's what
he's saying. That's not, because that's just giving a bunch of positive affirmations and you focus. He's saying it's more of a to
preparation
keep preparations for the unknown. You know
but that is kind of preparation, right? Keep you on your toes.
I'm saying
if you don't believe it.
That's a gimmick.
Yeah, I think it's for a real thinker, a real political thinker, someone who understands strategy and how to deal with people. I think it's meant to keep you on your toes more than to make you feel good about yourself. It's to see, it's always to keep the ability to see through the you know what I'm saying, through the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Well, what happens is when you're good at what you do, or you know what I'm saying, you're a master at something. You do it for so long that at some point it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you might waver a little bit. You might become a little unsure. Like, you know, the R&B homie, man. I remember the R&B homie was at my house one day. We just chopping it up. And he talking about, I mean, for another man to tell you about sexual frustrations, you know what I'm saying? You know it's real. He like, man, I ain't hitting nothing in a minute. And I'm thinking, this the R&B homie. Nigga, this bitch is throwing pussy at my door because of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? They just, nigga, how you ain't hitting nothing? But I think that was a good time for me to be the court flatterer, to remind him of who he is. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got a girl, so he wasn't trying to fuck around or nothing. Right. But sometimes when you're a superhero, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to be reminded that you're a superhero, because you know a lot of us don't wake up and read no book to determine who we are or what we do. We just naturally do it. You know what I'm saying?
You can play both sides. Like when you talk about the court flatterer, it might be hip hop was at its best when they had the hype man. And the court flatterer sound like the hype man. You know what I mean? That motherfucker sound like Flavor Flav.
No,
you know what I mean?
Hype man is more like a that's
you the best.
That's the gimmick.
I'm sorry. My DJ's the coldest. My DJ's the toughest. My DJ's will kick your DJ's ass.
But a real thinker is like, you know, I mean, even Kraig, my nigga, you know, I done share with this nigga sometime. Like, bro, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Your mind be you be out there, you be owning it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the motherfucker be like, am I too far out there? You know, am I thinking, hell no, nigga, you own that shit, stay on it. I'm not flattering him. I'm not blowing smoke up his ass. I'm not pumping him. I'm just reminding that nigga to stay believing in what you're doing, because sometimes you get a little bit, sometimes you're like, am I going too hard? This is my son, I love him, but am I pushing too, you know what I mean? Show.
I nigga said pumping, am I going too hard?
But in the definition of flattery, it's not just, the first definition of flattery is the act or practice of flattering. Mm-hmm. But the second definition is excessive or insincere praise.
Yeah. So it's not even a positive thing.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's what we think it is. Flattery is a weapon.
Yeah. So what kind of king is this?
It gets the bit.
Huh?
What kind of king is this? Like, he's got I need to have a flatterer. I'm going to send under a sword that's going to possibly fall into my head. Like, what's wrong with this nigga?
But anybody that's, for me, if he's a king and he worked to attain his kingship, if I'm hearing shit, that's going to remind me, I need to be putting in work.
Yeah.
Because, nigga, this motherfucker think this of me. I got to be able to justify it.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers are just, they hear compliments and they'll sit back and get fat off the land. And you know what I'm saying? But some motherfuckers, they like, oh shit, I gotta get in the gym.
And
You know what I'm saying?
that's how you program the subconscious through message discipline. So that could be a psychological way of programming in his mind, that the king's mind, that you are all you need. That if you hear that same message every day, at some point you're gonna believe it, whether you want to or not. So I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking that's probably part of it.
I mean, at the end
I'm
of the
thinking
day,
since a nigga a king already, you beyond that. You already know who you are and what you're doing. And they just need a little bit of push, a little bit of, you know what I'm saying?
but at the end of the day, it all depends on what type of king they are. You know what I'm saying? There's, you may have kings where the flattery, they may need the flattery. You know what I'm saying? Because they may be stressed out and they're getting hate from everybody, and they need that positive energy. And then you have some who may need that, who's already confident in who they are, and don't need the flattery, and just need to keep everything even, because there's a lot of people who are flattering and ain't true.
Dewan's king come with a whopper.
Like
the more a little bit.
This is poetry. He thought he'd share with you motherfuckers.
That's funny as fuck. What you got for us, Todd, in this late starting ass show?
Man, all right, man. So, in the world of sports, Charles Barkley called Kevin Durant a bus rider. He said you rode the bus to them rings that you got with Golden State.
That's crazy.
And you never led a team by yourself. You never led a team by yourself. And you ran to the Warriors. And now when you with Brooklyn, y'all getting put out in the first round. Swept.
Charles Barkley's a hater.
Why
can't you speak?
And I saw that coming though, because it might be kind of true though if you think about it.
It is. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was going on in Seattle before he left Seattle?
Right.
who left Seattle?
They went to the
KD.
They went to the finals one
They
time.
moved to Oklahoma City. That's
But like, when it come down to it,
That's the same team.
But here's my issue with that, Todd.
I said same season.
My issue with that is he was like 3 inches from going to the final last year in Game 7. So it's not like as if this is his first time.
Yeah, if he had a size 11 foot.
If his shoe was one size smaller than in the finals next year last year, so that's one part of it. Then you look at all the stuff that I'm not giving him any excuses.
Well, that nigga 7 feet. He only wear 12.
I don't know what he wears.
If he had
that's crazy.
any size smaller than
But it's like
his foot was like on the line, so made it from a 3 to a 2-point. At one point,
at one point was the difference.
changed the whole shit.
So it's like you can't throw that away. And at the same time, I'm not giving him any excuses because he should have won some games. I picked the Celtics to win the series because the Nets don't play together. But it's like, they Kyrie played 20 some odd games.
Yeah.
They had no continuity. When you have a team, the Celtics only been together for like 5 years.
Yeah.
You have a team playing against a bunch of individuals. The team's gonna win every time. I still don't think he should have got swept.
Did they have no continuity?
But
No.
you gotta have continuity.
I feel like Durant, he always slips past the scrutiny. Like LeBron joined teams, it's crazy, it's chaos. He's building a super team, this and that. Durant went to Golden State. Nobody really hated him too much. They hated him for a little bit till he started winning the championship.
Exactly.
Then it was all over. Then he moved to Kyrie. Nobody cared about that. Kyrie and James Harden. Nobody cared about that. If LeBron leaves the Lakers and puts together another super team, they still gonna hate him.
I'm trying to figure out what world did people didn't care. They
I don't think they killed him. I don't think they was killing Durant.
Everybody was looking at KD like a punk.
KD lost a lot of
month or two.
So what he's saying is true. He kind of a bus rider. He jumps on teams,
Right,
right?
a bus riding decade. This whole past decade has been a bus riding decade. This all from 2010 to
Not Giannis.
Not Giannis.
Not Kobe.
Yeah.
Not Kobe. This before Kobe. Like Kawhi's not either. But for the most of this decade's been real. It's been real. Like let's play together because we're friends. Decade.
Kawhi on his
I hope
third.
this shit never happens again.
Yeah.
Kawhi on his third team, and he didn't have to be on his third team. He could have been on the first team.
He
He was the exception.
San Antonio.
Kawhi was the exception.
He a bus rider too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. He went to teams that weren't anything before. They were something, but they.
Clippers was good, bro.
No. The Clippers weren't. The Clippers
Yes,
had
they
Chris
were.
Paul.
That don't mean they
The
was
Clippers,
good.
the Clippers were they had a down year the year before he got there.
They were still good.
They were still
He didn't go
good.
to a trash ass team.
He didn't take them to the
He
final.
went to a
either.
better team, matter of fact.
This ain't the Tony
The best
Massenberg.
the best decision would have been to stay in Toronto and win the championship.
No, they wasn't gonna win no chip again.
Yeah,
They got
that
was-
lucky.
yeah.
They got lucky.
They
What
wasn't
are
winning
you talking
that.
about?
They're not winning another
They
chip.
can win
They're
one
never
now
winning
if they
that
have Kawhi.
Yeah.
If they have the Kawhi with this team they got now, they can win one.
But how can they be him be a bus rider if he went to Brooklyn? I mean, that makes sense for everything else prior to Brooklyn.
He
but
left Golden State. Like, he
still,
didn't
so
stay.
that's jumping off the bus.
Yeah, jumping off the bus.
He went with Kyrie. And
No, but there was no bus.
But he's not doing that
There's
now,
there wasn't nothing established for him to go to.
Kyrie Irving, nigga, what you talking about?
It wasn't established. It was Brooklyn was nothing. Brooklyn was trash. And
Kyrie Irving,
Him and
they
Kyrie.
talked, my nigga.
Yeah.
But that's not a bust.
That's
I mean,
not a bust.
they didn't
That's
win.
So
the
why
year
didn't they
before.
go play with what's the trash
The
team?
Knicks.
The
Yeah,
Knicks.
the Knicks.
You want to play with one good.
Yeah, but that's not a bus rider. That's both of us meet me at the bus stop. If
That's
anything,
that's what Charles Barkley is saying. So if you had a team that's going to get you all the way there, you're going to ride that bus. If you got a team by yourself or just one other person, y'all not going to do nothing.
but he did it though. That's what
Barkley
I'm
did the
saying.
same shit though.
Barkley
That's why I'm
went to
like,
Houston
come
with
on.
Pippen.
He did the same shit. That's why I'm like,
Barkley's
he's
just
hating.
mad. Barkley's just mad his didn't work.
He hating.
Well, that's how
Hold on, you can't do that, nigga. I can have an opinion on a new nigga if
I did the same thing,
yeah. What it got to do with me? I can speak.
it sounds like hate.
That's like saying
Hypocrisy.
no. So I gotta. Well, how's that hate?
I look when it comes for me.
How is that
I
hate?
stopped watching these sports shows because really what it seems to me is they pay old players to talk shit about younger players that they're jealous of. I remember back in the '90s when we watched TNT in the '90s, all they said was '90s ball is soft. Back in the '80s we used to kick ass.
Yeah.
And then in the 2000s they was like, man, '90s ball was tough. Man,
Well, I knew the
every
90s
decade, the previous decade was great. And
I
current
know the
decade ain't shit.
'90s Hoopers is full of shit.
For sure.
Nigga.
For
'80s
sure.
and Charles Oakley said Giannis would have been a six man in the '80s.
Man,
got this
He
goddamn
would have
right.
had Charles Oakley's job.
Shit, show all that.
Charles Oakley would be like a specialty player that gets in the court that gets on the court like
To foul.
when we
Yeah.
need to stop.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't be stopping nobody. That he'd just be out there hacking it.
Charles Oakley wouldn't be an NBA player in this era.
He would be an NBA player.
No.
Fuck out of
I
here.
think he can make it, but he
can
wouldn't.
make it.
He wouldn't be getting no burn.
He would be.
We wouldn't know. We wouldn't be sitting
10
talking
minutes
about it.
a night.
What team would he be on?
on what skill? What would they?
Rebound. Look, defensive rebound is always going to be.
He's a
worth it.
6'7"
He would be a
power
role-
forward, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
what
saying.
team would-
I've never seen him catch a lob.
That's true.
Right.
Can the man dunk?
Yeah, because
You've never seen Charles Oakley catch a lob. Stop lying.
And Charles Oakley, like to be true.
Nigga lying like a motherfucker. I've never seen Oakley do this. No,
They had the born ass '90s line where the ball was like right there at the rim. They just drop it in.
Nah.
Charles Oakley
Can
was
he
wet.
with two hands?
Yeah. Charles
Exactly.
Charles Oakley jump shot was wet 18 feet and in. He had a
nigga,
wet
that was
18.
later in his career.
Wait, what?
And I'm talking about because he came in what 85.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
he
saying he'd have been good.
didn't get a
Nigga.
jumper to 94 probably.
Yeah, he wouldn't have made it to 94.
Right.
They would have let you
I'm not saying he'd have
been.
been great. I'm just saying he would have been a nigga that got to come off the bench and change the momentum of the game.
I just don't see it.
Go back to the bench.
I mean, him or Oakley. I don't think neither one of them would be.
And
it.
who?
I mean, Oakley or Mason. Anthony Mason. Neither one of them.
Mason would make it.
He'd be a boxer.
No, Anthony Mason could shoot. Anthony Mason could shoot with that weird.
Yeah, but he didn't have.
Yeah, he didn't.
A lot of time.
90% of the league that made it in the 80s and 90s wouldn't make the league.
No, not at all.
90%.
When it comes to the 90s,
90%.
Yeah.
here's the reason why I agree with that.
Think about it.
Think about how they
The skill
stacked
set
in the 90s.
is so awesome right now.
These niggas are way better than we were.
Yeah, because back in the 90s, the shooters were no good when they put the ball on the ground. Reggie Miller was like the only shooter
Right.
that could put the ball on the ground. The rest, Craig, the rest of them motherfuckers, the minute you chase them off 3-point line, they were ineffective. And then the other wing, the nigga could dunk on you, but he couldn't shoot for shit.
Yeah, it's everybody one dimensional.
They was like very one dimensional in the 90s. You didn't have players like nowadays. These niggas shoot from 30 feet and dunk on your ass. That shit wasn't true in the 90s. Like Jordan,
Bol
like 3 other
Bol,
niggas can do
nigga.
that.
Bol,
Right.
nigga, is a 7-foot shooting guard.
7'3".
7'3" shooting guard.
Nigga, like Jordan,
But his
Mitch
daddy could shoot.
Richmond.
Niggas, his daddy could shoot.
And he didn't get to shoot.
No, he
No, he
did.
didn't. No, he did.
When the ball, he shot that
got
three
forced
ball.
tie.
He would do both.
He shot that three ball.
But he couldn't let it go.
Yeah, he was no green light.
The animal rights protests at the Timberwolves games. They're drawing spotlight, man.
these
The animal rights. They got the.
They want him to change his logo or something?
No, so he's doing some animal cruelty. He has an egg company.
Who's he?
The owner.
Okay.
The owner. They're saying the owner owns an egg company, and they feel like that's cruelty to animals. And they're out there running out on the court and getting snatched up.
You saw that tackle?
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
They've been chaining themselves to courts.
Yeah.
Gluing themselves.
And the thing about the girl running out on the court was that was the third quarter. Like she sat there the whole game, good seats, and then run out in the third quarter.
Who paid for them seats though?
The whole time watching her.
But
Damn
the
the
cop
girl.
knew though. The cop was just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
This bitch right here.
He seen make that swing over time.
Yeah.
He was like, ah.
So what was she doing in the second quarter? Was she like,
No.
how you know that she
Probably walked by and said something to
She
him.
probably came down a lot of times because it was just after the half. She probably was sitting somewhere else, and then like when the half started, because they got these people on camera.
She was sitting
Like
there.
they got that face detection stuff. They kind of know these arenas be very sophisticated with know who's in there.
She was sitting in her seat on Pinterest looking at dog photos. So that's how he knew, because she was just so in crying.
Dog
She was
photos?
just crying, just looking at dog photos, crying.
True.
I believe it looked like on the video.
I'm about to say this. That was so detailed. I was like, damn,
That was examination. It was true.
that nigga needs to be
Y'all forgot the one fact that it didn't make no sense at all. At
You
all.
said it, Otto.
That makes total sense. That's what she was there for.
Right, to look
Third
at dog
quarter.
photos.
So
But
what?
you know,
She was there. She was killing time for the right time to jump out on the
They
court.
told her do it at the third. Like
That's like
this is halftime. I assume would have been the best time.
It's like a
I
soldier.
like basketball. Why am I sitting here?
My show, when the whole show goes, like,
It's like a soldier in the middle of war reading a gun magazine and shit, waiting.
with a tip off.
If he waiting at 3 o'clock, if he's waiting for 3
Really
o'clock
want to make a
no, but I'm saying
the
if he's
tip off would have been perfect.
Yeah, when the most people are
Tip-off,
watching.
yeah, that's what everybody's watching.
But like, it's been a
Third
whole
quarter,
thing going during the playoffs. Like, it's been people running onto the court like every playoff game down in Memphis, and it's like you don't hear the media talking about something. What's wrong with us? We need to do better. You don't hear none of that shit.
Oh no, they're not gonna do
These
that.
motherfuckers running all over the court. If a nigga run on the court, you'd have 17,000 niggas on Twitter talking about something. What's wrong with the black community? Because one nigga been on the court. These motherfuckers been on every fucking game. This one bitch chained herself to the court.
Right.
You see that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
What?
Yeah, she chained herself to the court.
To
Like,
what court?
To the back.
To the backside.
No, what
When?
about the chick
Where?
who
The
glued
NBA
herself?
court.
Remember the chick?
Memphis Grizzlies scored.
A chick
It
glued
was a chick
herself.
that glued herself to the floor.
Yeah.
Where?
Memphis
In the
is
NBA
All
game.
at these
Yeah,
games.
at these
This
games.
should be going on all last
She
week.
ran out there
that
and
series.
glued herself to the
Memphis
floor.
Grizzlies and
Yeah.
They've been playing basketball.
Is there footage of this?
Niggas ignoring it. And then
You ever lose a back tooth?
Yeah.
You ever try to chew something in that space? Like, oh shit, that motherfucker ain't
That ain't
chewing.
there. It ain't right.
Yeah,
Just gnawing.
you got to replace.
Nah.
Niggas, how many back teeth do niggas got to lose before they start getting these
I'm
bridges?
getting the whole motherfuckers down. I'm gonna come in here looking like
You gonna be-
fucking Rito, nigga.
All you niggas got all your back teeth?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
I'm about to say niggas is lying.
You niggas is lying.
Mine is the wisdom teeth.
Well, I had my wisdom teeth moved last year.
Other than that, I got all my teeth.
That was some crazy shit. The wisdom teeth. Get those pulled.
I had 4. I got all 4.
Four at the same
All
day,
four
yeah.
same
I
time.
had 4 same day too. That shit.
You got all your back teeth.
Yeah.
He people there
Are-
work with
are
them
you- are you missing-
You say you chipped it last week.
I chipped it last week, right before the show started.
So, I
But it
just,
still feels like a small little.
so how does it feel to not have back teeth? I don't know.
I got back teeth, but I think you
saying-
niggas is lying.
You got to be careful.
What-
You got to reach back there.
what is it all-
How many back teeth you lose?
2.
Yeah, 2. What about you?
70 years old.
Yeah, he
Niggas started with 112.
Every
So.
time he laughs,
It's a lot of teeth.
He got a lot of
we know show dudes. But every time he laughs, we see
And then they put some shit in those new dog bones, man. It can help them out. That shit real.
You got all your back teeth?
All of them.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah. Snaps. You ask snaps. You go ask snaps.
Yeah.
Protect your homeboy.
No, my nigga ain't got it.
You brush your teeth, he brush
You got all yours?
Nigga Kraig back teeth is absent, huh?
I got 2 gone. Yeah, man. I'm
You
on.
had that one dentist I was going.
She snatched the shit out, but I got to get the bridges. Them bridges is pricey, nigga.
Yeah, all that shit is pricey.
Nigga, what?
To have pretty teeth is pricey. It's a cold game.
That nigga said pretty teeth.
You see?
Why you? What?
Yeah,
Everything
pretty
sound.
There's no excuse for a grown man to use the word pretty unless he's referring to a little girl.
Dang, so what do you call them? Nice teeth?
Yes, nigga. Yes, nigga.
Leave next TV
Keep it straight, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are pretty teeth.
Oh, those
Hey, man, you got
men-
pretty
You gonna let
teeth.
Show get on your earrings? Show just murders your earrings.
Now, what is that? Why? Because it's real?
Whoa. My nigga came in here looking like a gay Radio Raheem. Talking about some D, motherfucker, D.
Gayo! Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, that curve don't
It ain't
be
today. Yeah, it's all good.
What you got for a show?
Oh, man. Todd almost got jumped at a barbecue for trying to do a Chinese Cupid shuffle.
What you got for a show?
Keep running.
Just keep going. Bob gonna get to you, I promise you.
You're a grown ass man. But today's news in hip hop, man, we got Hassan Campbell versus Whack 100. You know what I'm saying? They saying that basically, he leaked some, not leaked some footage.
It ain't real footage.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, I ain't say footage. I did say footage,
Audio.
but I mean, audio of Whack 100 saying that he had some footage of Nipsey Hussle doing some homosexual activities.
Who's Hassan Campbell?
Hassan Campbell, he's a podcaster. He's a YouTuber, basically. He was on. They just did a podcast with Tekashi and
He the nigga that Africa and Bambaataa went up in there.
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. That's how he got popular.
That's how you got. Oh,
This
wow.
nigga whack, man. Sharp as a motherfucker, man. He talk the goofiest shit in the world. But he sure maintaining relevancy with this bullshit.
That's what he's doing.
That's his lane, though.
Yeah,
He trolling.
That's why they even surprised.
All them niggas
Album
doing that.
coming out?
Do it, yeah. Whack 100 just for he playing around with niggas. It's hilarious to see motherfuckers. But you being a real gangster, you would figure like seeing the game, you'd be like, oh, this is goofy. Fuck it. I'm gonna just can't none of these niggas do nothing to me. So fuck it. Let's have fun.
That's why I think niggas is that way.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Yeah, but especially when you of that.
All you niggas talking that shit. If you see Whack 100, you ain't about to do nothing. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah.
Get in.
He'll meet you in the park somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, that's a real killer,
Those
man.
niggas ain't gonna do nothing. If niggas seen Todd, they ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
Yeah, right. Let him know.
But post a comment on the internet.
It's no way that Whack would say no shit like that about Nipsey.
I think it's all corny.
There's no way.
They be going in on that clubhouse, though.
That's
Clubhouse though.
Clubhouse is weak.
Like, that shit ain't nothing but the party line. Like, like niggas could literally see what the fuck you look like after talking shit. I remember niggas used to bang on each other, not see each
Somebody
other.
said Whack 100 ain't got no hands. Ain't none of you niggas got hands. Look, every grown man got the capability of knocking a motherfucker out. Like, I could defend myself, but we talking about having real hands, and ain't too many niggas that got real hands. Real hands means, see, some niggas think they got hands because they doing all the punching. right. I get it. Nah, nigga, real hands means I can take them and I can dish them out.
Right.
Most of you niggas can't take them.
Right.
Got that plant, you can hit him out.
Yeah, so let's stop talking about like everybody think they a trained fighter. Nah, nigga, most niggas, as long as you're willing to fight, that's all I give a fuck about.
And
I just think I think overall, like aside from the fighting, I think it's just corny. You know what I mean? It's always just like men. We always pushing drama around. Like that shit weird to me. Like what's up with all like? I remember back in the '80s, dudes didn't really push drama. We used to always laugh at women for that shit. Now the niggas is the one doing it. That shit corny as hell.
Niggas always been dramatic.
Yeah,
I mean, like as far as like we didn't. I don't remember it being pushed. Like it was like
It wasn't. It's like.
but drama
hard to
always
get to.
here. Like niggas start fighting in school. Fight. It's the same shit.
I mean, but like always, there's always other people's name getting mentioned. That shit, whatever.
But you know that's
That shit's weird to me.
It ain't
But it's
That's
weird
weird to
going
me.
nowhere.
I'm not to each his own. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
This shit
to
is-
me,
I
it's just
agree
weird.
with you. I
Somebody said call out Whack. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about what Whack got going on. He just reported.
He's in his own lane. Wait, look, doing what the fuck he was. Whack is in his own lane.
Keep doing what you doing.
Other people, like, we don't have the authority or the standing to tell another man what he should or shouldn't do. We can give our opinion on what he's doing. But if they be like, call somebody out, man, he a grown-ass man.
You call him out.
Yeah.
You got his IG, you got his at.
He talked back. But no, they said that he was basically Big U was going to use that to extort Lauren for 30%. That's what Whack was claiming that tape was behind. About that 30%.
Mm-hmm. That shit corny. I don't believe none of that shit.
To take money from a dead nigga's bro.
That shit corny.
That's crazy.
That's corny as a motherfucker. Nigga,
That's beyond corny. That's. But in defense of Nipsey, it wasn't homosexual shit. It was him. It was just two guys and a girl, pretty much.
Just, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, again, one in the hand is better than two in the bush, man. But go ahead.
Stop. Explain that, Otto, for the people.
Somebody said y'all called out Kev on stage. No, I didn't call out Kev on stage for that. I called him out for doing the homegirls wrong. I stuck up for a friend. That was personal.
People he knows.
Yeah, so y'all guessing about that situation. I know more details than y'all know. So let's not play that motherfucking game, bro. I was sticking up for the homegirl, period. I don't know Whack 100. I don't know Nipsey. And I met Big U a few times. He a cool brother, but I don't know none of their business. I never speak on gang politics because I'm not a gang member.
Right.
And what you don't see about what Whack 100 is doing, that's called politics. When you at the top of the food chain and what you do, you can politic with niggas below, but if you below that level, you can't really politic. You become a victim to the politics. Right. That's not happening with me. I know better. If you think this nigga Whack 100 is just running his mouth and it ain't nothing coming with fucking with him, you crazy. You crazy. Because LA is a place where a nigga will come see you. You can't hide in LA. I know you think it's Hollywood, glitz and glamour, but if you claiming the gangbang,
cannot hide it.
And you saying you from a hood and you talking, you have to be somebody that's really about that because niggas will come pull your card.
You better not have a 9 to 5.
Period, point blank.
Niggas have 2 phone calls they can make to find out.
You see it every day. How many motherfuckers is talking all that shit? They gone the next day. Like
these niggas don't understand. Nigga, I ain't scared. I'm smart, nigga. I got a gun too. I ain't scared of nobody. But I'm not no gangbang. I'm not finna politic. If Whack came on the show, we would not talk about gang politics.
No. Like, cause if you grew up in LA,
period, point blank. If you grew up
in LA, even and you didn't bang, we all got that homeboy we went to school with that came up short because he was running his mouth. And we all had that experience growing up here. So this is the show me city, man. You can't fuck around out here like that. You better just stay in your goddamn lane.
Stay in.
Like we can give an opinion. Like we can give an opinion on what's going on. Like we give an opinion on this particular subject. We can't tell them niggas what to do.
Hell no. And then some of the shit he be doing, I'm like, yeah, that's politics. They do a lot of talking about paperwork. I got the file. That's politicking. Right. In the gang, nigga, if you really one of them niggas, niggas know. The pen in Cali is not a big place, you know what I'm saying? If you really out there in them streets, a nigga could pull your card. So when I hear Whack talking, I hear him reading people's paperwork. That's what you supposed to do to snitches. I'm not saying everything he be saying is true, but if a motherfucker is snitching that lifestyle, you supposed to put him on blast. Hey, this the paperwork. This is what I got. You feel me? That's so, if a nigga doing that, more power to him. Period, point blank. What else you got for us, show?
Oh man, Rolling Stone, man, they just surfaced the baby murder and shit like that on the Walmart tape, nigga. That shit leaked. You know what I mean?
Leaked or they put it out there?
Yeah, they put it out there. Yeah. They put it out there. Now the shit is crazy because
Roger, if we scared, won't you come see us, nigga? You come see us.
That nigga named Roger.
Yeah, right. My uncle.
Go home, Roger.
That nigga wear Oxfords right now.
But that's crazy how niggas think, because we talking about, I ain't scared of no man. You think because we not trying to politic, that mean we scared?
We got something these niggas ain't got, and that's called respect.
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, there's a certain respect that you got to move with.
Roger probably ain't got no mustache. I ain't arguing with
Niggas don't understand the game. Nigga, that's like Kobe speaking on Raiders issues. I'm not a fucking Raider, nigga. I'm a basketball. I'm a comedian.
Right.
pussy ass nigga. That don't mean the nigga scared. You think Whack 100 could whoop Mike Tyson? No. But Mike Tyson ain't gonna be speaking on no gang shit because he not a gang member. He not. You think he's scared? No, nigga, that's just not my lane.
Right.
Top believes Blaze can beat Mike Tyson.
Blaze definitely believes Blaze could beat Mike Tyson. Todd wants to see it.
Somebody said I challenge Blaze. Go ahead.
That nigga named Billy Boy. You better challenge Otto, motherfucker.
You don't want that either.
Y'all spooked.
Nah, but
You don't want that.
We are scared.
Yeah, I'm scared as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Man, I can't be involved.
But in the video, it looked like the baby was the aggressor. You know what I mean? Like, to keep it 100, these dudes was wearing slippers, flip flops. I don't think they was like ready for combat. You know, it just from what it looks like. That's from that angle.
Nigga, if you approach it, nigga, you don't know. You ready for combat?
Nah,
The
dudes
nigga
was
gotta
just,
have on boxing shorts and some gloves. I mean, what the fuck?
I mean,
I don't give a fuck if you barefoot, nigga. If you walk up to me and I didn't summon you, it's an issue. What are you doing, my nigga? I don't know
but
you.
they didn't charge him though.
No, I don't know. I saw the video.
Oh yeah.
If a man you don't know asks you more than one question, nigga, that's assault.
Right. One question is too many, but you can give a nigga a break. More than one question. First of all, again, you know, it's like I ain't talking to no nigga with his toes out, man.
Hell no.
Nothing to say.
I'm at the gym. I had to check this weird white boy. I'm on the machine. I get off the dip machine, right? And he said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Good. How you doing, brother?" And I keep pushing. He said, "How was your weekend?"
No. I ain't gonna talking to you. Get back over here.
Do you need a spot?
Nigga, what?
Bro, you be having your headphones? You don't
I don't work out with headphones. It's
that's
something
a
for
sign.
me, huh?
That's a sign. The homie
Really?
told me. He said that chicks be going to the his hunger or whatever. It's like that she goes to the motherfucking gym without her headphones specifically for it to let niggas know, come talk to me.
Really?
Yes. So this gay nigga's looking at you like, oh, that's a sign.
I checked the fuck out the nigga. So look,
So you gotta wear headphones and just don't turn the
I'm
music.
not.
Even if you ain't got
I can't have headphones on around a gang of motherfuckers.
No, just I can't. That
if
listen,
something
like,
crack off.
He could have said something. All right, boom. I'm not.
Yeah.
I ain't listening,
Gotta
nigga.
get that transparency mode. You can see every goddamn thing.
Even when I am wearing them and I'm somewhere comfy, I only got one ear in. You know?
Yeah.
The trick is to put headphones in your ears and act like as if you are listening, but you're not listening to nothing. You listen to everybody around you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
That's called dope.
That's
when I'm locked in. If I can focus with a bunch of shit going on around me, but that music, I feel like it. I don't know. I want to be fully conscious of what I'm doing.
While you working out too? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on that.
Them AirPod Maxes pick up everything. They got microphones in them hoes. You hear everything going on.
Hey, so I go in the sauna because that's what I do. You know, after my workout, white boy in there.
Oh. Hello.
5-6 motherfuckers in the sauna. So, you know, I stand up, I'm doing my little shadow boxing and squats when I'm in the sauna. And the nigga says,
Did he have a shirt on?
Right.
no, everybody had their shirt on. He said something along the lines of like, "How are you?" or some shit. And in front of, I just checked him in front. I said, "Hey, my nigga, stop talking to me, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. You're not saying no man shit right now, my nigga. It sound like you pandering. The fuck you mean? How am I doing, nigga? I don't go that way, my nigga." So and he kind of get quiet and shit, cause he wasn't like an openly gay looking motherfucker. So about 10 minutes go by, I'm doing my shit, and I said, "Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to scare you, my nigga, but I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If get at me like a man, my nigga, and you know what I'm saying? Stop asking me how I'm doing, my nigga. I ain't no punk, my nigga. You know, I'm talking to him, and so then his next question was." Next question was. His next question was this, and that's why I know he was a weirdo. He's like, "How's your spiritual life?"
Right. Ain't gonna quit.
Was he a Scientologist?
He said, "I said what? I said my spiritual life. I said, man, I'm tapped in with old goon, nigga, and the motherfucker Hotep, my nigga. Right, start getting Afrocentric, and then he says, "What are you gonna do when they return for us?" He said, "What are you gonna do when the god Mikos returns from us?" He said,
God.
"I said, this nigga's crazy." Mikos. So I said, "Hold on, my nigga. I'll be right back." I left the sauna and never came back.
And he was waiting.
He said, "What you gonna do when Mikos returns for us?"
That's the nigga that did Blaze hair, nigga.
Yeah, man. Weird ass nigga, man.
I know. You got to worry about that. In Hollywood, you got to worry about them Scientologists up there sometimes. You know what I mean? They can be a little bit aggressive. So.
Man. He was very aggressive.
Yeah. Follow you to the side.
Yeah.
And he wasn't phased by getting like you
You get aggressive with him.
But
Still, you said stop. Don't ask me no more questions. Just say I got one more question.
Kick your ass. Let me get one more
He
question.
said one more thing.
You know when you figure out a motherfucker crazy, you can see that energy on him.
Yeah.
I didn't see it because at first, because when I be in the gym, I be focused. I'm like, I'm trying to get back right. To this nigga, what you looking for? Jokes or still?
No.
Somebody said, "Show that was bad." I was like, "Hey, I guess it ain't it."
Damn.
You can't still laugh.
Yeah. What you got for us, Snaps?
All right, let's get into some tree talk right off the gate, man. Y'all heard of spiking the punch, right? How about lacing the cake? So this 42 in Florida, this 42-year-old bride and her 31-year-old caterer, they actually got arrested and went to jail as they laced the wedding cake. So people were reporting, calling the police station saying they didn't feel well. One dude said he didn't know how to use his phone properly, so he needed help with his phone.
He was on the phone saying he didn't know how to use his phone properly?
He got so high he didn't know how to use his phone afterward.
I've been at high.
So he needed help. So, and basically when they went and ran the test, they laced the chocolate strawberries, they laced the wedding
oil.
cake,
So they
laced the lasagna.
no phone.
They had lasagna, right? They laced the lasagna and the pastries.
Cooking oil.
So the way I see it though, I got two different ways to look at it. First off, they could have put that in the invitation. You know what I mean? 420, whatever. But at the end of the day, let's keep it a buck. We all been to a wedding before, right? How many wedding cakes did we get to choose what the flavor was? We don't get to choose whether it's marble or whether it's chocolate. We don't get to choose the location. We don't get to choose none of that. The colors of the wedding. The bride gets to do that. So I feel like if the bride chose all that, it's up to her to choose. You know what I mean? We don't get to choose what kind of cake or whatever they serve. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just how I feel
much
about
sugar's
it.
in the cake, whether it's
Right, absolutely.
diabetic proof.
We show up and we decide whether we want to eat it or not.
What
You know
state
I
was it
mean?
in?
It was in Florida, of course.
Is marijuana legal there yet?
No.
I don't
But
think
like
so.
that was with that case. It was like apparently the bride is the one that requested it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So and then apparently she was marrying a dude that worked right at the Department of Justice. Like her husband is like them folks.
Right.
So so it's like how do you if
the people that was there
if
was
the person is cooking it, like how do you go at the person that the baker just got the order like from the wife, and she didn't tell nobody nothing. There's old people that was drinking it, eating it, all that stuff.
Right. And she said when they asked him, she was open. Yep, it's in there.
But her husband was them folks.
Right.
That's fucked up.
Right.
But they went to jail though.
Went to jail.
The cooks.
The caterer and the wife went to jail, and they both made bonds, so they got out. However,
I wonder if you have to disclose in states where marijuana is legal if a cake has that in it.
Yeah, you have to regardless. The helper.
Yeah, you can't.
So if they got a punch at a party and it's full of alcohol, I got to be like that's alcohol punch.
Yes.
Yeah. You can't even use the same glass in California.
You gotta let them know.
The alcohol glass is different than the soda glass.
You gotta let somebody know whether it's vegan or it's real meat.
Right, that's what I was finna say. You go to a restaurant.
At a party.
Yes.
So you throw a party at your house and a motherfucker eat a
spaghetti.
impossible burger. They don't know, and then somebody, hey man, the impossible.
They
Oh,
can
I'm
sue you.
suing.
Yeah, they can sue you.
How could you come on private property? I don't have to disclose to you what I'm
They
doing.
can sue you,
nigga. You do.
Nigga,
You're serving good.
So how many times have you barbecued? I'm like, man, that's chicken. I mean, you say what it is, but
There you go.
Exactly.
But
Exactly, nigga.
Different turkey burgers right there.
So I say, come over to my house. I'm cooking,
Yeah.
Yes.
and I serve the food, and you eat it. I don't say what it is. You just eat it, and then you're like, oh man, I don't eat chicken, but I ate 3 pounds of it right now. You can sue me for that.
Yes. Yeah.
I have to tell you that's chicken you're eating.
That's the only thing that's gonna save you if you
Nowadays.
tell me before. Especially if they probably gonna ask too, like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you don't tell them?
Say what else.
Most people ask you what it is, but I don't think that you don't have the responsibility if someone comes over to your house and eats of saying this is lamb.
If you served it, if they got it from you, like if they went in your fridge and picked it up and ate it, that's different. You laid it out, you gave it to them. You gave me this food at your house. Come on, it's your anything that happens in your domain, you liable.
Yeah.
Anything.
Same way alcohol. Like if someone comes to your house and you serve them liquor and they get drunk and they
go home,
they can sue you.
Yeah.
But I don't. This is law.
This is
law. I'm not talking about the right thing to do because the law.
This is law, my nigga.
So
you lose it every time.
So basically, I'm allergic to seafood, right? If I
Yeah.
go somewhere and they say, "Oh, fried rice is over there, it's this spaghetti over here," and I eat the fried rice and shrimp in there,
Yeah.
I
That's
can
your
sue them.
fault.
And you go
That's
to
what
the
I'm saying.
hospital
I
and
can't-
shit, or
But
pass
I
away.
ate that
I'm
shit. They
liable
didn't
for
tell
that.
me to eat that shit. They just said that's on the table.
Your family would sue.
People get.
How
If they
can
told
you
you it was
sue?
there.
How can I know? Look, that's your responsibility to ask what you're eating. If it's not my responsibility to tell you what you're eating, you gotta ask me.
But I'm serving you.
If I got 500 people at a party, how in the fuck am I gonna be able to tell? How's that gonna work?
Beef
They'll find out in court.
no meat lasagna. All fickle as fuck.
Yeah.
That's real shit. That's exactly how it goes.
I'm thinking something major like that happened, and that's the reason that they sticklers about this shit now. You know, in a restaurant they label everything. now.
Yeah.
Everything, and I think it's because some bullshit similar to this
is.
happened. I know ethically it ain't cool, but I don't know the legality.
Well, that's what
like
I'm
you
saying.
said.
But the law and ethics are two totally different things.
You talk about drugs too, though. Like if you could overdose
drugs,
on drugs
sure.
in a cake, you know you're supposed to eat just a little bit or whatever.
Sugar's a drug, though.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
but it
did.
ain't a
Sugar's
drug.
not-
Drug.
It's not a controlled substance.
Yeah.
It depends on what's
Nigga put sherm in your pie. You
They
know
just
what I'm
did that
saying?
on the episode of Snowfall where they laced
Yeah.
the LSD with they laced the whole wedding with LSD and all
Yeah.
that kind of
I'm sure that's
stuff.
where they got this idea.
Yeah, that's probably where they got the idea from.
tight.
But-
So I would think that it would be more important to tell not what you're eating, but what you season it with. To me, that would be more of an issue.
That's still ingredients.
Yeah.
All of
It's
it.
inside
Cocaine,
They
half chicken.
They had lasagna,
activity
bro.
that goes on in
Right.
your domain, you are liable. Anything. So whether they can be watching, they can be listening to music. If you playing music too loud, they eardrum fucked up. You in trouble.
You better have
Anything that happens under your
Right.
domain, you are
Yeah.
liable.
But you still have personal responsibility and liability as a person. Like you getting in your car and going to somebody's house and eating. Those are choices that you're making.
That's
So you,
Right?
True.
It's like motherfuckers get in their car, pay their money to drive gas, get to a club, pay to get in, pay for all them drinks, get drunk, leave that motherfucker crash or kill somebody.
Club is liable.
The club's liable for over serving them. For
Simple. That's
you know,
that's a
and-
real thing.
yeah,
Like
and we all think about
over
that,
service.
Like, nigga, he kept
But that's
order.
because it's a liquor license involved.
hold on, man.
If you're at my house, I don't
Yeah.
have a license to serve food or alcohol.
even worse.
Right.
You don't have a license to serve
Right.
food. You gave me food.
Right.
No, what do you mean? So now I can't have a kitchen in the crib without a license? What do you
gave me
say?
food. You can eat
The
there.
law is not as stringent as what you're saying right now.
It is
It's
though.
not.
That's what I'm trying to tell
It's
you.
not that
I don't know
stringent,
because
bro.
if you're saying that though, because I'm on Kraig with this one. Because if you're saying that means at any person that died of a heart attack at a buffet, nigga, the buffet is liable. No, heck no, that nigga ate too much.
You can sue for
No.
anything.
You might not win, but you can take it to court. Yeah.
And you can sue about anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm
California.
saying.
But you can't win though.
You can sue. And
Oh,
what
this our
happened is-
expert on food laws.
That's funny. You can sue for anything, and then do you have the money to defend it? Do you got the $10,000-$20,000 to defend it? You don't. So you're gonna have a default judgment. Then they're gonna put a lien against your house, or you're gonna have good home. You better have good homeowners insurance, or if you're in an apartment, get good renters insurance, and make sure you have liability. You have insurance against accidents and things like that on your insurance policy. Especially if you got homeowners insurance. When you buy a house, that you basically got fire insurance, and that's it. You know, you want to make sure that you look at the policy and get liability for workers.
It's like
and
cars.
stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
cars, motherfuckers be like, "Oh, I got full coverage." Full coverage is not a real thing.
See, negligence doesn't just go against the person the victim is suing. The victim has to prove that they weren't negligent as well.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you have an allergy to some type of food
Right.
and you come
Right.
and you're
Right.
this nigga crazy, and you come to my crib and I cook for you, you get sick.
Yeah.
If you neglect yourself, you can't hold me liable for that.
May the best
they can
lawyer
hold
win.
you.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
And that come down to may the best
Yes, I
lawyer
can.
win.
Exactly.
That's not gonna work in the court of law.
Because okay,
So listen to this.
No,
Listen.
negligence is a big thing, and if you're
No, I get what you're saying,
So
but
listen.
you served me food,
right.
which you shouldn't have been doing from jump.
Why not? If you came to
You
eat,
have no license to serve the food. So,
you,
legally, you don't have
how many times have you got a license to barbecue?
none.
Okay, nigga, what are you talking
None.
about?
That's what. But still, they make again.
Why
This
do you about your house?
let some fucked up shit happen. though. That's what. This is what.
Yeah.
That's why the law's written like that.
That's why they're written like this. I'm saying so from jump. The second I stepped into your household, you became liable for anything I was doing in there.
Right.
Anything. So if I stub my toe going up the steps, if I stub my toe going to the fucking bathroom, bro, you liable, nigga. Like that's it. So food, drink, it don't matter food, drink. It can just be anything. I can sit on the couch and you got a fucking pin in there and I get stuck. Boom, you paying for my hospital bill. That's just how it is.
The definition of negligence is failure to take proper care in doing something.
Right.
So
that's what they suing you.
You didn't
for.
get your license. That was your proper care.
That was negligence.
That was like proper care.
And then when you don't inform a motherfucker
Yeah.
about all the ingredients you put in there,
Negligence.
that's negligence.
That's why you was more negligent than I was.
That's why rich people they have big extravagant parties where they are covered, and lower income people they have hood parties that they don't really care. And everybody's just out there.
But nobody does that. Nobody says, okay, this lasagna has oregano in it. This lasagna has cheese in it. You know what I mean? Nigga, it's lasagna.
You'd
Eat
be
it.
surprised these
You know what I mean?
motherfuckers do it in the Hollywood Hills.
But if Craig was invited you over to his house and he knows you have a seafood allergy, you guys have been friends for years. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't tell you that I cooked with seafood and what you're eating is seafood. Your family could be like, yo, you tried to harm.
But that's my point.
Derek.
As me, because I know I'm allergic to seafood. When I go in there, I'm checking for shit like, yo, what like they said, people were asking her, is there cannabis in here? She was like, yeah. You know what I mean?
So remember everything you put in there.
But I'm saying I'm grown, man. So I'm not gonna walk in there. I mean, kids will go in there and just put their hands in shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in there and check. Okay, this fire.
There's some grown ass men who just go in there and put their hands in shit too, though.
We can pontificate all day. It comes down to who got the best lawyer. May the best lawyer win.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Well, what are your lawyer? And what's that? What's on that judge's mind? Is he on a bad day? Do he not like the shoes he wearing? That's what it comes down to.
Right.
But there's different types of negligence, and people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Gross negligence, comparative negligence, vicarious negligence, and contributory negligence. So if you're allergic to something and you eat it, you're a contributing factor to the negligent situation. So you have some responsibility in failing yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't put it all on me if you're allergic to peanuts and you eat this fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That's what you guys are talking about in court.
Butter pecan.
Exactly.
May the best lawyer win.
Exactly.
Yeah, boys, right back
case
down.
is coming.
What else you got for us? What you got for us, Blaze?
All right, man. So Chevy got that new Sierra 1500, and it's a lot of talk about that goofy ass truck.
This is a blazer. Hey, that's your code. What you talking about?
It's a decent truck. It's overpriced, but that's what the story. That's what the topic is today, man. There's been complaints about the fact that that same truck manufactured here is selling less in Canada and in Mexico. They came out with a ZR2 version of the 1500 Sierra, which is supposed to be the off-road package and blah blah blah. But that motherfucker nearly 10% more here than it is in Canada and Mexico. So not only do this company have the nerve to have piece of shit vehicles, but they also overcharging us and shit, man. What do you Chevy boys think about that?
America's going crazy with the truck prices across the board right now.
All car prices are.
All car prices, the trucks are ridiculous.
Yeah, but this is an extra. This is yeah, right.
But hey, I'm gonna be honest. See, the Chevy and Ford thing is a racial thing. Most white boys love Ford, right? Yeah. And Fords are generally more valuable pound for pound than Chevys. So when he calls you a Chevy guy, he's really calling you a nigger. And that's what you don't get about what Blaze does. I'm better than you, nigga.
I'm better than you niggas.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't notice I set up when I said that?
I think don't give a fuck about Ford. He gonna let that Ford go like he gonna let that Chevy go.
Right. The appropriate timing, though. You know them goddamn Chevy, man.
Do you think? But an electric pickup truck is just that's useless to me.
How?
Is it?
How? You-
That motherfucker got more power than any pickup truck on the road right now.
Do
It's the
it.
fastest pickup truck on the road.
What's the horsepower?
It's electric. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So
Have you
trucks
raced?
are not. No, I'm saying I agree. It's faster. We talking electricity.
Yeah.
So as soon as you hit that light switch,
Instant.
No transmission.
Right.
None.
What else?
It's transmission, but it's electric.
No, it's a
No, they don't have no transmission.
No transmission. It's just a drivetrain.
It ain't no first gear, second gear, third gear.
It's just
None of
all
that.
go. All go.
It's yeah. He's starting to like it.
I might get a touchdown. But what is it? The 0 to 60 is like 4 seconds or some shit. What pickup truck is doing that?
But who buys a pickup truck for the speed?
White boys.
No, they don't. Nobody makes
Yeah, I know
the baddest and
Nigga, have you-
fastest pickup ever made today.
Is what?
What's wrong with this nigga?
The Raptor?
The Ford Raptor. The Ford Raptor. That nigga Doe was holding his microphone like a dick, talking about.
Fuck y'all. No, let's talk about this. You said the Raptor, nigga?
The Raptor, man.
Raptor's a bad motherfucker.
Nothing fucking with that Raptor pickup wise. Think about it. Nothing.
Cyclone. That's a
No.
SUV.
Cyclone is that ain't even the same class.
What about the SS?
Dodge got the RT though.
That ain't fucking with no Raptor.
Not fucking powerful.
The Raptor is all around. You know, pound for off road, on road, speed. Yeah,
Blaze just love dinosaurs.
What about the T-Rex?
He said the T-Rex. T-Rex is a colorful motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah, those ain't no truck.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, you're tripping.
It's like the Polaris.
Right, I'm tripping. Okay.
T-Rex.
That shit got get up or just speed?
The T-Rex, no.
The electric shit.
Yeah, bro.
It got
It's,
get up or
it's,
just
it's
like
all
No,
power.
it's all
like,
it's
press
like
the gas,
it's
it's like-
electricity.
yeah.
Electric. So you step on it, motherfucker, go.
We've been talking about cars and sports. Let's talk about 90s cartoons so Sho could join the conversation.
You stupid.
No, let's talk about these 90s movies. Anything media.
Show been sitting around this 2 years. He ain't never joined in there.
Right.
He gonna join in one day. That's what's gonna happen when his daughter start dating. He gonna want no more shit. Like, hold on. What that little nigga say?
I gotta keep reading.
I gotta start reading. That's crazy.
Oh man.
What you got for us, Dwayne? Oh, you got one more. Blaze,
one more. Yeah, so Scott Galloway is a guy who's got this podcast going, and he wrote this little script talking about it was called No Mercy, No Malice, and he's talking about the masculinity, toxicity, going around now, how they're misconstruing what being a man is, or you know what I'm saying, what manning is about, and I think that's a pretty interesting topic too, because a lot of people get caught up on thinking of what a man is. A man shouldn't you shouldn't take no shit. You shouldn't let nobody talk to you like that, and he really breaking down some intricate points, man, because somebody talking shit to you, man, or something of that nature doesn't really discount you as a man. As a matter of fact, in a lot of cases, it's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? It takes a real man to hear some shenanigans or hear some fuckery and overlook it or think past it. You know what I mean? So what do y'all think about all this talk of masculinity, toxicity, and not you, Sean. I know you're still gonna grow up.
I mean, I understand you got bangs, my nigga.
I think, for the most part, real manhood has been under attack since the 70s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what they portray as a manhood really isn't. A lot of that thug shit that was portrayed in the 90s manhood, it ain't.
It ain't.
The pimp shit portrayed in manhood in the 70s, it ain't.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they took it to the other end, and then they use those extreme examples now and say that's how all men are.
Right.
You know, that was just some Hollywood shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then nowadays, you know, with so many families being raised without a man in the home, well, I do want to say 70% of black families are now back in the home together. That just came out last week. But traditionally, over the last 30 years, no man been in the home. You know what I mean? With no man being in the home, traditionally, if people are being raised by the game, the music and the TV, you know, what a man is being like really thrown out of whack. So,
hey, if you're somebody that's perpetuating that, you're being, you know, that's gross negligence, which is the most serious type of negligence.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
This is gross.
Right. You know, if you're a person that's around a person that's talking like this and you're not saying anything, that's contributory negligence. You're contributing by not saying anything to it or to stop it. There's a lot of women who just listen to their homegirls just say bullshit and perpetuate the, you know what I mean? Look, if you don't like men but you date a woman that dresses like a man,
something wrong.
Some negligent.
Something wrong.
One of those variations of negligence.
But that's what I was gonna say though. I feel like
what do you mean you don't like toxic masculinity? What kind of you like? What kind of masculinity is that?
Right. That's toxic by definition.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
A motherfucker forcing themselves to be something that they're naturally not.
a lot of it is, I think, is a switch up because who's writing these articles? I don't think it's all men writing these articles talking about a man should be this. I think a lot of it is the women behind it. You know what I mean? Typing away, you know what I mean, about what they think a man should be. And then hear men reading these articles that are written by women about how we supposed to be a man, and they don't know.
And then what are you comparing? What are you comparing masculinity to?
Killing.
So you're saying, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're saying that having your chest out and being a man's man is toxic, what isn't toxic?
It's like these people that be writing these articles, like the Snaps are saying, it be women writing these articles and gay men. They don't even be straight dudes writing these articles.
Yeah, for sure.
Most of the people, like what you were saying, Kraig, like what is a man? Most of these people are basing a man off their father who did them wrong.
That's
like,
called
your father wasn't shit. The rest of these niggas is good.
So that's vicarious negligence.
Yeah.
Vicarious. A dog bite is an example of vicarious negligence. I may own the dog. I didn't bite you. My dog did. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's vicarious. Yeah. So yeah, that's what that be. Go ahead.
So what is the example of manhood? Like what is the model that we
accountability?
Thank you.
Say what you mean.
That's that is the cornerstone of manhood. I did it. I take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was gonna come out like this. I'm in the wrong. So how we gonna deal with this?
It's accountability. Say what you mean what you say. And when you build yourself up, you build your community with you. You know what I mean? The one part of manhood that's been missing a lot is people building themselves up and saying fuck the community. You know what I mean? You build yourself up, your family, and those around you. That's what the highest level of manhood is. Because you can do both at the same time, but it comes down to your own moral compass.
So like being a part of something bigger than yourself.
Yeah, you gotta be.
You can't be a man if you're not a part of something bigger.
You gotta create a synergy with those around you.
But can't women and gay people do that too? Like what separates manhood away from the women who try to?
Let me tell you something.
Mimic manhood.
When you get two 4-year-old children in the building, you give boys blocks. Boys are gonna knock them blocks down and pick them back up. You give girls blocks, they're gonna organize the blocks. Both roles are even. You know what I mean? You need men to trash through things, knock down shit, you know, and so we can build shit up. So women can come then through and organize it and make it work. Both roles are equal. It's just the man's role requires you is the first step.
Control chaos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's control chaos because you can create all creation comes from chaos. Yeah. The Big Bang was chaos. All creation is chaos. Yeah. So chaos. So the men create the chaos. Men knock trees down. They build shit. Building shit is very chaotic.
Being a man is not an idea.
Right.
See, these people come up with these ideas that they claim, you know, advance us and are progressive, but these are just ideas. These are structures and things that they come up with to try to make things better. You know what I'm saying? But being a man or being a woman, you know what I'm saying, if something isn't working, you know how to separate that from your ego and either tear it down and start over again or try to do something brand new or try to improve upon it. But a lot of these motherfuckers get stuck in these ideas and they want people to believe their ideas and they do whatever they have to do to bring credibility to that idea. And they only bring information to the table that makes toxic. Exactly. That ain't no real man or woman shit.
A real man.
That's an agenda. Yeah. And that's why you have to separate real good, common, everyday gay motherfuckers from political motherfuckers. Yeah. All this. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say a real man is any choice that aggregates strength and power, to help and empower and protect others. You know what I'm saying? So anything that falls into that, is manning. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you're working toward, has to be about power and strength. And what that power and strength is used for is protection and to help others.
And initiation, so, like one thing about men, when it comes to like manhood, feminism, womanhood, it all comes back down to nature. You can see the same thing repeat itself no matter where you are. Look at the plug. What's a male plug versus a female socket?
Right.
You know what I mean? With holes and poles. Men have poles, women have holes.
Right.
The pole is always the one initiating the action.
Right.
A hole can't initiate action.
Right.
A socket can't initiate action. He has to receive it.
Right.
So the reason why, going back to what you were saying, why can't a woman do it? She's not that takes her out of her natural space. Yes, my center can run point guard, but I'd rather my point guard run point guard than my center.
Right. And that's another thing. I feel with that, a real man is a stand-up individual that doesn't seek attention. Okay, I agree with that wholeheartedly, because what a real man does just automatically brings him attention.
Right.
But if you do things for attention, then it's out of order, because there's no substance there.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would you want reverence for something that doesn't exist?
Right.
You have to bring things into existence, and then people, I admire that.
Right.
Michael Jordan was a hell of a ball player. Why do we like Michael Jordan so much? But we saw his action, and every real man knew the work it took to be that good. Right. That's what we trip on off of Michael Jordan. Right. It ain't that he is high jumping and flashy. It's like, nigga, I know how hard it was to get that good. That nigga had to be trashed for a long time and believe in himself to be that great. You know what I'm saying? So that's real man shit, is appreciating when another man is on his man shit.
Yeah, real
talk.
It ain't no hate in the heart of a real nigga, man.
I gotta say, it's definitely like, it's cool to hear that y'all talking like because I've always thought like a real man is somebody who's thinking above himself, outside of himself. So to hear that y'all saying the same thing,
hell yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. That's good shit. I didn't think everybody thought like that.
Also a real man, if I got an issue with a nigga, I'm not finna be putting it out there, and I don't do that type of shit.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. Maybe my problem with you could be solved, but I'm not gonna try to ruin a motherfucker because of the way, because it's something that we got going on.
That's controversial.
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
Sometimes that's what it is. It depends. Sometimes that could be the way to get to a motherfucker. Yeah. Sometimes that could be you being a hoe, letting shit go.
Yeah.
Releasing shit.
This shit, right?
Because it's real.
Remember this shit?
But we all fall down.
Remember this shit, Blaze? You know what I'm talking about.
But we all fall down, though.
Yeah. I'm saying, for example, the king let that dude sit in that chair.
Right.
He had to. Look, go have a seat, man. That's what. Go. Bitches, y'all come out. He's the king.
That's vicarious negligence.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta be negligent to prove a point to a motherfucker.
Right. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So look, man, it ain't about being perfect, nigga.
Right.
Sometimes you need a bloody lip, nigga, to understand. That's what it is.
Right. That's what you always get.
Okay, this motherfucker ain't playing. Motherfucker taste their own blood, nigga. They gonna straighten up
quickly.
That's that plan. You had a plan to get them out. Let me switch it up. I got work.
Motherfucker dozy. Okay, I get you, dozy. I see where you ain't got to say no words. You slap a nigga or put hands on them, nigga. I see, they see where you coming from, nigga. Right. I see what they are. It's like that. That's why motherfuckers say it's like that.
Been here a long time. I don't know. It was like
that. Said no words. All right, for sure. I'll be right back. Hey. So you want me to leave? Nigga takes his own
Nigga walking home with tied teeth.
Right. You sock tied in the mouth, you're gonna break your fist. God damn it!
Ty gonna fuck around and open the door, suck on your fist.
Suck on your fist.
Wow. He got up out the salon chair with attitude today.
Hey, you remember the last whooping you got? The last time you got disciplined by an elder and they put their hands on you. You remember yours?
Like 11 and 12, 11?
16.
16?
16.
Yeah. Look, My daddy didn't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck how big I got. My daddy's a small man. You seen him? He didn't give a fuck about none of that. That was his way of like legislating. Like I don't give a fuck how, because I'm just gonna keep getting bigger.
And when you got taller than him, did he trip a little bit?
No.
Then, okay.
No, he'd always tell me, "You're gonna be bigger than me." He'd be telling me, "You're gonna be bigger."
Where that 16-year-old whooping came from.
You should be bigger than me. You should be better than me. Like you always say that shit. So when it happened, it's all right, bet. But I still got two little brothers, so he's looking at me. All right, let me fuck this nigga up in front of them, so they all know. Like, I still run this motherfucker.
Man.
Like, Pop's school.
Hell yeah.
You was 13. What was it over?
Hell yeah.
I don't remember. It was probably some shit my sisters did. The way my parents did it was, since I'm the oldest, if they fuck up and get in trouble, I get that shit too. So at 13, moms tried to get me, and it was just, I was laughing, man, the whole time. Like, man, this shit is not even it no more. So she had to adjust the punishment, but that was the last time I got it, man. I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be getting whoopings in high school.
Genius. He was 13 in high school. Look at the 13-year-old senior.
I was a senior, nigga. Freshman.
What was your last one?
But it was just the thought of
man.
that.
It wasn't even my last one. I was like probably in like the 10th grade.
She didn't divorce you. She just whooped you, and that was it.
No, this is my pops. He did not fuck around, man. So I got like a bad report card, and then he found it. I tried to hide that shit, and I had a jacket with the hole in the pocket, so I pushed it all the way around to the back.
Yeah.
Like, it's not in my pockets. And then my sister-in-law snitched on me. So I was getting a whooping in front of my cousin. My cousin's a year younger than me, so my pops was whooping me, and I was on some old Denzel Glory type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the whooping. I'm just grit facing. You know what I'm saying? Not dropping a tear, and he looking at me, and he hit me. And he's like, oh. Nigga picked me up and threw me into the bookcase. Wow.
This is important.
Yeah, okay, I got some. I hit the bookcase and the books was falling on my head like the cartoons. Nigga, boop, 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 boop.
Nigga crying.
Yeah, that shit got real.
I just had a memory. Did your mama ever tell you this? I remember one time I was at church. You ever do this when you was a kid? You zip your zipper up too fast?
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
You remember that? So, nigga, I'm 4'5", nigga. I got my dick in my zipper, skin from my dick in my zipper.
Damn!
I go into church with my shirt up.
I need help with video, yeah. Stop the church. I need help.
So we got a bleeder.
Mom's helped me out or whatever, but I was like, that's what a man.
That shit, bro.
Yeah.
What a dork. What a dork. What a
Damn, I
dork.
should have been in church.
So I was like, where was I? I wasn't there. Y'all didn't ask. Y'all didn't get me.
Otto got his hand slapped that day. Get your hand out of the way. Never let me have no fun.
He was quiet the whole time. He was the bystander.
Get your hand back, Otto.
I wasn't there. Some of the Halloween snicker.
Wasn't there.
I'm trying to think of my last whooping.
Yeah.
I remember my second to last one. I don't remember my
That
last
nigga
one.
said second to
I mean,
last.
How you
Yeah.
remember this?
Man.
How you not remember the last?
Nigga knocked out.
With the last one.
Yeah, that was he got choked out.
The last one didn't happen. Like I was about to get the whooping, and then mom was like, "You should know better." And there was a look she gave me. I was like, "Damn, that fucked me up." That look, like, it just made me like, God.
You chalked that up as a whooping.
I chalked it up. That shit
Write that
reported
down,
any
man.
whooping I got before that. I was like 11 or 12, and she was like,
And why was that kid that would bring his parents the belt? You know?
"Shit."
Yeah.
Like I was.
Your parents never made you.
He would tell you, go and get the belts. Go ahead.
My grandma used to make me pull a switch off the tree and bring it to her. And if it wasn't the one that bent, like that little, she going to get another one. They used to make us pick our own switches, man.
You
That
just
shit
pick
was-
the doors off too, like
yeah, all that shit.
yeah,
And
I
if it
remember
didn't, she ain't picking shit off. She just swinging.
no.
That's all
Yeah.
it was. You gotta get it right, bro. You gotta get it
You gotta
right.
get the belt right. I brought my pops back the belt one time. He whooped me with that one. Said, "No, now give me the one I really want to whoop you with."
Yeah, my dad did.
Yeah.
Same struggle. Your daddy Nigerian?
My dad had a belt that didn't fit in any belt loops.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, why is this belt?
It's a weight belt.
He didn't wear that motherfucker no more.
She was like, what the fuck?
Well, how about this? any of your parents name the goddamn belts?
No, they showing out. You was a tall kid, that's what it was.
I'm not talking there because
all my ass whoopings were.
Oh no.
Why you gotta say ass whoopings? Like,
I mean, it was ass whoopings. I mean, they all were a blur except like.
Why did they choose the ass?
Yeah, why did they choose that?
That's where you ain't gonna mark.
Okay, yeah.
Hands out first, and then hands.
I would take that.
It was switch.
It's called a kin. Getting cane.
I would take that.
You sitting there? Oh shit!
Yeah. Give me that.
You take the hand over there, you crazy.
Shit.
With the right
The
hand.
hand is sensitive as fuck.
This is bone.
This nigga's wildin'.
Listen.
As a nigga, like,
Dozy, the hands.
Cane.
The king, like, just hand out, just pop, 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 until he get tired, and then and then it would, if like, depending on how bad it was, what I did, then he'll start whooping me on my ass. So it's like, and even then, so I'm so hurt, I can't even block my fucking
hands.
No, I don't want to. Go ahead, because my hands are fucking dead right now.
We got the hands at Nike Tiffany from my preschool on Crenshaw and Florence. We used to put our hands out, and they said, yeah, with the yardstick. Yeah. And they basically pull it back, and you have to put your hands out. That shit's good.
I get hurt.
Sounds good.
I got a dislocated shoulder because it was holding my arm up, holding this hand up, whooping my ass. I gave you an example from as being the kid get your ass whooped, but as the parent is holding the kid's arm up, right?
Oh yeah.
And whooping his ass like this. Getting your ass whooped. No,
that's that little kid ass whooping. That's what you
was a badass kid.
I wasn't, man. I had a stepdaddy who wasn't my daddy. So.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was at school.
No, like I mean, all my ass whoopings were a blur, but the most traumatic one was one where I got my ass whooped for I took the blame because somebody allegedly put a peach in a toilet and it was stuck. And it stopped on the toilet. A peach.
Nigga, this wasn't a crime, my nigga. You don't gotta say allegedly.
Whoever got that, he's still scared of that motherfucker.
Whoever did
He's still scared of that motherfucker.
No, it's not. I mean,
Sister's still whooping his ass about to sit today. Don't you bet not to.
no, it was my stepbrother who did it, which is his dad.
Okay.
So
It was child.
It was G-Dub. That's what it was. It was Gary. It was G-Dub. So we had to sit. We sat there and he stared at us and he interrogated us like, so which one of y'all put the peach in there? Stop lying. And for some reason he kept staring at me and he kept going. It kind of went on for about 20 minutes until I just confessed. Even until I just confessed. But he did it. But I just confessed just to get it over with. And I got an ass whooping. The nigga whooped my ass. Yeah.
You took the blame.
I took the blame just to get you over.
You was like, ain't nobody gonna accept the tap on the ass? Fuck it.
I was volunteering.
It's an ass whooping, right? You said ass whooping, right?
I mean, said, whoop my ass. I was born this way.
My ass is already out. So.
That nigga moaned after every swat.
I done drew the story out talking about interrogating. He asked one time, who did this shit?
Me.
Oh, y'all not gonna do it?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna put my butt on the line, okay?
That nigga auto say, I'm the pappy.
He didn't even finish the question. Who put the peach? It was me.
Let me put some music on while you walking.
Let me put on Mickey Mouse Club. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was a kid at the time.
Oh, that's funny, man. We're gonna go to commercial break. When we get back, more Kraig Facts.
didn't beat Roy Jones. He beat the old nigga. He didn't beat Roy Jones.
I personally think
that wasn't Roy Jones that he beat.
Roy was winning that fight. I personally thought Roy.
He got knocked.
But he didn't dominate Roy.
Even
he got knocked.
Still Roy 6 years after Roy.
They stopped the fight, but that's like Larry Holmes beating Ali.
Yeah,
he didn't beat Ali.
He didn't beat Ali. You beat
this fat.
You beat the nigga that had the same name as him.
Because his thing is his
way. Roy Jones.
No, he beat Roy Jones Jr.
No, he didn't fight Roy Jones Jr.
It's like Larry Holmes beat Ali. He didn't beat Ali. He beat that old fat guy.
He beat Ali though.
That ain't Ali. That's not the Ali.
Well, you know I know that. But why wouldn't I do what you're telling me to do now? I'm here because of you, Lord. Because of you, I walk by faith and not by sight. Well, exactly. When I was in the penitentiary, wasn't nobody... Okay. Well, what does that mean to me? Exactly, Lord.
We back? Yeah.
Huh?
They fuck with us. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah,
Kraig
they
Facts,
fuck
bro.
with us. What you got in there, man? Some kibbles?
No, today he just got the bits.
He got the bits. You're not sharing the bits?
No, these is called workout strips. And workouts.
What kind of workout?
Workout strips.
Let me see.
Workouts.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm a Sour Patch.
This
nigga workout, bro.
This nigga,
It's like when you work out, man.
this nigga got that off of.
They some Gatorade strips.
Nigga, these are sour.
That came with his lifetime subscription.
Nigga, this ain't workout food, bro.
That's a host. Bro, that's a host night.
They got red 40 in it.
Let me see.
That's pre-workout. It's like a pre-workout.
Nigga, you ain't finna do no working out while you pre.
That's all they do is a pre-workout.
Then they got Atkins strips.
Acting shit. Yeah. That nigga got a bag of muscles. Hold on, man. I need my muscles.
I eat these when I go out.
We
going to get some to eat?
do thumb ups. 4. He gonna start struggling around 7.
That's right. Personal best. Personal best. Like, fuck this, man. Alexa. I mean, if you're using the remote control on your thumb, you don't want to
go to the gym?
Fuck it, I'm gonna just use my voice.
Nigga, did you just say probably?
Yeah, depends on how I'm feeling, man.
Nigga, don't take a pre-workout and not work out. You gotta work out. You know it don't work out for you.
That nigga at home like this. Yep. There it is. Work it out.
On the couch and say, what?
That nigga
I drove here. I did cardio. I was in the car. I did cardio.
That shit was a slow burner, nigga. That shit was a slow burner, nigga. Oh, shit.
I get in the car to do cardio. That's what the car is for.
Show explain it to the niggas too. What? Nigga, you got a car.
I go everywhere.
It's my girls, but it's mine.
So I opened the door and shut it 10 times before I got in the car.
Whenever she don't got the keys, they're in my pocket. Whenever she ain't driving, I'm driving.
It worked on my
That nigga had a where that shit go, man? Pull that shit back. That nigga had a world. That nigga had a This nigga
want to meet Big Gary, my nigga.
This nigga named
Who was
himself.
Big Gary?
Look, I don't said I'm asking for a friend. This nigga show got workout.
You do push-ups every day?
Candy.
Yeah, I do push-ups.
Workout candy.
You don't want to get strong.
No, I do, bro. I swear, like
That's why you got workout candy.
Workout candy.
No, real shit. August is gonna be a year since I've been
Workout candy.
a year be August since I've been working out. You know what I mean? So
You got the frame to be a monster.
it's about I'm about to do that. I'm about to do all that.
If you're gonna work out and eat workout candy, you should also eat workout vegetables.
There you go.
That might work better than
I'll take Herbalife, bro. So you know that shit come in the can, nigga.
Nigga eat carrots.
I do that too.
Cardio do eat carrots.
I've been dropping, bro.
You are a 2000s woman.
Just get down. Don't you want to be able to fuck your girl standing up?
I still do that. Like, what you talking about, bro?
Nah, I don't believe that.
Bro, where's your energy? nigga got the California love glasses, my nigga.
Yes.
That nigga look like a hitman. That nigga's a hitman and a part-time gay stripper. They call that nigga the ass-clapping assassin. That shit, I should have let it ride. Oh, y'all ain't ready to laugh right now? All right.
Nah, show your mouth like a fossil. You know the one you in the museum? You know in the museum? And you put on display?
You know where fossils is at?
I was explaining for sure. You didn't know.
That nigga look like the kid off South Central all grown up. When you hit from a man. Nah. Oh, the candy?
He wanted to see what he wanted to see.
I didn't see that first. I gotta look at this shit.
Man, you gotta take your glasses off, Blaze.
This nigga ordered a whole kit from her. Her magazine or something. This nigga got
You should have heard magazine.
Herbalife and workout shit.
Nigga said her magazine.
He got a bunch of them bags in his bag too.
No, I only got one.
Look, my nigga, it's a goddamn cherry on the motherfucker. Tell me that's not for her. Who the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
You don't fuck with Capri Suns, my nigga?
These niggas
Billy back on you. Billy back on your head.
Oh no, he's not on my head.
Ty got my underwear on.
That nigga said, speaking of her magazine.
You do?
That nigga need to go fix his finger wave. Just do that.
If you don't kill him, tear him, what you talking about? Being all
Tear.
And he up there giving wrong advice, man.
We're gonna wrap the show up, man. We started late. It's damn near 7:02. Tell them where they can find you, Snap.
All right, Penn Roethlisberger on IG, Snaptastic_Penn. You think you write all the time? Well, I write more.
Straight up. You already know what it is. Bad Boy Blaze. Shout out to myself. You know. OOBLZ at Instagram. Y'all fuck with me, man. Holla backwards. Peace.
Yo, what's up, man? It's be your boy, The Real DJ Show. Make sure you go ahead, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, The Real DJ Show, Plan A Radio on YouTube. If you got music, submit your music to planaradiostation.com. If you need a write-up on your music or album, or you need your album on my radio station, planaradiostation.com. You dig? And also, make sure you check out the poetry. I'm dropping poetry and skits as well. And I also do my podcast Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with my nigga DJ Upgrade called Real Nigga Banter.
hello, Kraig Factors, man. Shout out to yourself. Yeah, it's Autobots.
Right. Let you get away with the glasses, nigga. Now you're taking part of my slogan. I'm about to claim you on my taxes or something in a minute, son.
Well, yeah.
Otto was about to get super inappropriate. He's about to call you daddy. I'll probably get that's a fact. He's about to call you daddy.
So,
Big Daddy.
Once that speech impediment kick in, oh, he's serious there.
okay.
Nah, you on that too, bro.
All right. So, man, yeah, catch me on Instagram. Follow me everywhere you can find me. Google me. I love your life, man. Appreciate all your support and keep being a blessing to somebody who you never met before. Good life.
Who got a drawer full of dildos? Autobots.
You will not be pushing that in my
Hey, show you floss with an oak tree.
You got a flat top like one of the niggas that made Oak Tree.
You got a halfway beard.
The side of your glasses is gator skin, nigga.
Your watch is made out of brass knuckles.
There's a lot of air bubbles.
Nigga, your glasses made out of finger trap material.
Finger trap?
Yeah, you never had.
Hold on, man.
Y'all
Nigga
running nines.
airballing like a mother.
Both of y'all run nines.
I just wanted to say, show beard look like barbershop hair that came off the ground.
It's over, bro.
It's the same texture.
Let Todd go, bro. Let Todd go.
Because it be like thick in some spots and then empty in another spot and then long over here and there's like a little piece right here.
I'm uncomfortable.
A little piece, a little bit long over here. A little piece right here with this.
There's always Thursday.
It depends on how you sweep it up. You know what I'm saying?
Did your shirt and your socks, they came in the same bag? Like, how did that work?
Oh, no. See, it's called organization, brother. You know what I mean? You gotta organize that shit, man. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta search.
Charity that sold him that ensemble organization of Christ.
Y'all can't see it, but he got on Bart Simpson socks and a shirt.
Gotta keep it working, gotta organize it, man.
So you coordinate.
Gotta coordinate. You know what I'm saying? And I got the backwoods of the back. Come on, man. You can't just follow.
He's backwood out.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit came with the backwoods.
You look Palmdale fresh.
I feel you, man. You get your clothes from Lane Bryant. Thank you, my nigga. I appreciate that.
We all lame, bro. Everybody in this room.
Somebody.
Show think he 130.
I'm like 260.
I lost some weight. He's for your bad.
That's lame Brian too. That's lame.
Yeah.
So you collect marbles with old white people.
Let Todd get a joke, bro. You just hogging the bullshit. I ain't even joking back, my nigga. I'm just waiting on it. Chill.
Go ahead, Todd. Get it off.
Y'all can catch a show at Curves, man. Pushing the weights up.
Man.
All right, fuck it. Hey, man, Uncle Todd Comedy, Twitter, Facebook, IG. Get the album, man. It's called I'm Out There.
We know.
Yeah, that's right. Spread the word. Blame the bartender. Yeah. We gonna have to set up the roast session with me and Billy there, man, because it's got to go down, man. You know what I'm saying?
Close and personal.
Right?
That's cold talking. We gotta meet private, man. All this chat.
Don't do that.
All this telling my business, Billy. Once the draws get on my ass, they're mine.
Oh man.
Why do niggas smoke back to back to back blunts?
Nigga, when you smoking trash, you need a lot of it.
You smoke. I smoke.
So just okay.
You niggas smoking that
You still smoke chronic. That's why.
That's probably the equivalent of what you're smoking. Chronic.
Nah, my shit be fire.
Man, when you when you see a nigga in a club, man, he got 10 cups or some shit. The nigga drinking Kool-Aid or he a motherfucking alcoholic?
It depends on the day. Like some days, you know what I mean, it might be 1 or 2 blunts, but some days shit might be 8 or 9.
Right.
It just depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes, especially if you're in the flow, with certain shit, you just keep going.
No, I understand that it happens. I'm just saying I smoke the kind of shit that you can't get to 9 blunts.
Shit.
Yeah.
I hear that. I've heard that so many times in my life. If it's weed, it don't matter. It don't matter. If it's just weed, we talk about it. It don't matter.
It's just weed we talking about. I don't know, man.
Show me.
Y'all puffing them Chevy joints.
Show me.
That Ford shit.
Bring the Ford shit over here. We're talking all that nonsense. We smoke every goddamn weekend.
Chevy joint.
Get this in the show. You got a whole beard full of trees.
What's going on? Show. Nigga had the bushes in his beard.
Don't bush in your beard, nigga. What the fuck?
That was crazy.
What the fuck was that?
That nigga was feeding.
Talking about, my nigga.
That's where he got the weed from.
That nigga. Shit. Backwoods beard.
Sprinkle some of his beard in that blunt, nigga.
For texture.
That dookie.
Yeah, all right. Well, shout out to them out there, Nation. I know you out there, man.
Okay. Che, Buqueno.
Hey!
Regular underscore DOZ, man. I love everybody. We got the fucking brunch coming up on Sunday. Shit, man, hit me up, man. The motherfucking tables are sold out, but it's still general admission, so that shit gonna be lit. Fellas, y'all need to pull up because there ain't nothing but ladies on that guest list. I'm telling y'all right now, that shit gonna be lit. So, man, holla at me, man. I love everybody.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead. Hotelbiz.com/shop for the t-shirts and all that good shit. Yeah, I got Incense and Ashtrays. Actually, I think I'm gonna do a show tonight. I'm breaking down Earth and the Fire tonight, and going through the catalog and the message behind the music. Same way I did Stevie Wonder a couple weeks ago. There's a lot of great music that was put out there that gave a lot of great messages. So sometimes we got to go back and listen for the answers. So tonight's show is gonna be dedicated to that. IncenseandAshtrays.com.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to the Earth, Wind, and Fire saxophonist.
Oh yeah,
and his family who passed.
Yes, sir.
What's his name again?
Which one? It wasn't Satterfield. Satterfield been dead. It was. I can't believe he's 71 years old. That's like my third or fourth time doing this shit today.
Yeah.
Not remember the goddamn name. Excuse my dyslexia.
That ain't dyslexia, nigga.
Yeah. Andrew Wolford.
Wolford.
He went to high school with Philip Bailey. They joined Earth and Fire the same year in 1972.
Yeah.
The second edition of the band. He went to Denver, found about the singer named Philip Bailey. Philip Bailey had a high school classmate named Wolford. And I was Wolford, part of the Phoenix Horns.
Philip Bailey from Denver?
He from Denver.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Phoenix Horns, greatest horn section in music history.
You think so?
Yeah. Hey, yeah, but all three saxophonists are dead. Don Murray got killed by the police in Santa Monica.
Really?
They invaded his house, and the dude that played saxophone on Reasons, they invaded his house, a no-knock warrant, and he had a lighter in his hand. They shot him and said they thought it was a gun. So that's how Don Myrick died.
Damn, that's cool.
But the greatest horn section in R&B history.
That's homosexual.
Huh?
No, man.
Huh? Well, part of his horn section with Maceo and Wesley.
Blaze had his
I hear you said Blaze. Your tweeters weren't working that time.
We're gonna wrap up this episode, man. That's been the episode of Kraig Facts. Hey, check us out on Thursday. And then Monday, we'll be doing a few episodes on caffeine. So, yeah, be expecting to see the fellas on Mondays as well. They can't fit everybody at the spot, so we do some people some days, some people other days, you know. But it's going to be a fun time. You know what I'm saying? And if I owe you something, get it from God. God.
Yeah.